Oh, wow, hey, welcome to the wonderful world of Richard Scarry's Toon Jam. Hey, this is an incredible place, and oh, I'm a worm with a shoe.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam.
Hello and welcome once again to Toon Jam. I am Matt.
And I am J-Man.
And today, I'm going to stop that now. We are delving into the busy world of Richard Scarry. Ooh. Too scary. A little bit of info about the busy world of Richard Scarry. It's an American, Canadian, French animated children's television series produced by Cinar Animation, now known as DHX Media. Previously Cookie Jar Entertainment. So they've gone through the names. And France Animation in association with Paramount Television, which aired from 1994 to 1997. First shown on Showtime, later on Nickelodeon, and ran for 65 episodes. The television series was based on the books drawn and written by Richard Scarry. And that's pretty much all you need to know. I'm not going to go into the rest of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there were books, a bit like Arthur.
Yeah.
Which we've not yet covered.
See the future episode.
Future episode of Arthur. The more popular, more should be covered TV series than the busy world of Richard Scarry. But still, this is what we've covered, and we covered the second part of the first episode.
Yeah.
Am I right? Couscous, the North African detective.
Yes.
With a name like that, we could not resist.
Couldn't resist it.
And this is one of the few episodes that was actually set outside of the usual setting of Busy Town.
Which, weird because, second episode really.
Yeah.
It's like they were in Busy Town and then they were like,
there's three segments to every episode, so it would have probably been Busy Town, North Africa, Busy Town.
Yeah.
It's like Morocco, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically like a Poirot sort of story.
Yeah.
But yeah, shall we quickly whiz into memories?
Yes.
Memories.
Okay, so memories of Busy Town.
Yeah.
The busy world of Richard Scarry.
I do remember the intro vaguely. I remember the little worm guy and the cat. Some of the cats in it are they've got like a very.
I mean, was it the animated series you remember, or did you maybe have the books at school or something?
We might have had the books at school.
I remember at school we had a game of it on like the PC.
Oh right.
And it was like you clicked stuff, and it was like, "Hi, I'm Richard Scarry's worm friend."
Yeah.
And then it would say stuff, and then you click, and it was
little
like,
point and clicker.
yeah, it was a fun game. I remember it was the best thing you could do at school, and if you got to do it, it was like yes.
Oh, yeah.
A
treat.
Yeah, I think like they went through the register and everyone got like a go on it.
All right.
I don't know, I may have made that up, but I remember going on it at school.
Yeah.
That's what I remember most. But then I remember seeing the animated series later and thinking that game was amazing.
And you're like, yes.
Yes. But it was like a semi-educational. But after watching it, I don't know where the education comes in.
Yeah.
There's not even really. There wasn't even really. Well, we'll go into that in a bit. But yeah, memories. I do remember it.
Yeah.
But not like
vivid.
No.
No. Same here. Like I remember that I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Like watching the intro, I was like, oh yeah. Like just remember.
Like it's not like Arthur.
No.
Like I'm not like if you referenced it, if you were at the pub with the lads and said, "Hey lads, anyone catch that episode of the busy world of Richard Scarry?" Everyone would be like, "What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, mate? I was watching Arthur last night."
Yeah.
And then there'd be a big busy fight.
Yeah.
Just like an episode of busy town.
Yeah.
So yeah, memories are thin. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Thin memories,
Thin
but
memories.
they're
Yeah.
prevalent thin memories. Okay, well, with that
That's
in tow, let's go on to our playthrough.
Rewind. Playthrough.
This episode, we're, like you said before, we're taken to Morocco.
Ooh.
So it's a bit more exotic than the busy town usual. And we're with the little worm guy who's like your guide. And he says he's looking for Couscous, who is the best detective in town. He's very hidden and secretive.
He could be anywhere.
Yeah, or anyone.
Anyone, yeah.
And so he's looking for him, and eventually we managed to find him, skulking in the shadows.
Yeah.
And
proper skulking as well.
Yes, yeah. He's lurking.
Yeah.
Just in the dark.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, he's got a lead on a local gangster.
Yeah.
Who is up to no good, apparently.
Yeah.
Although when we see him, it doesn't really seem like
he's just a bit of a, don't know, nefarious character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, no, he does perform a robbery.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so there's this notorious gangster in town, and he's trying to get close to him. So he goes off and he's trying to sort of investigate. He kind of knows where he lives, and he's kind of peering in through the windows of the house. Meanwhile, the gangster is like a little sort of bear guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
like a
Pepe le Gangster.
Yeah. And he's got little rat friends with him that are constantly like
the dirty rats.
The dirty rats, and they've got to stay dirty.
Yeah, he makes them. He won't let them bathe.
So they are officially dirty rats. And they're hatching plans in their little.
Yeah, they go and steal a load of spaghetti, don't they?
Yeah,
because it's his favourite pasta.
It's very fair enough.
Just North African antics.
Yeah, you know,
Pepe le Gangster.
Spaghetti. Yeah, all the time. And the couscous manages to like sort of hide away from him because there's a point where he nearly gets caught.
Yeah.
But luckily he impersonates somebody else.
Yeah, he's like a souvenir seller or something.
Yeah, because he's constantly switching out costumes. But he does this again in order to gain entry to Couscous's little palace. He dresses up as like a belly dancer.
Yeah.
And he's like, puts on a little voice and he's like, hello, I've come to see the gangster.
Yeah, with his assistants that are like mice. Like female mice.
Yeah. And so they're all very much enticed by this idea.
Like Pepe le Gangster is getting pervy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it starts to take a turn.
He's getting pervy.
Yeah, he's like, oh boy.
Not for the kids, this one.
Yeah, this has turned it up a notch.
Yeah.
He makes sure that he gets spaghetti stains off his shirt and dresses up real nice for the belly dance.
That's why they call it the busy world.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And eventually he belly dances.
Getting busy.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Oh right, okay. I didn't get
That's what I meant. Getting busy with
world.
Richard Scarry. Oh boy, here we go. There you go.
It's a different world altogether.
Different world.
Whew.
Right. Write that in your childhood book.
That's it. Getting someone's getting a letter home tonight.
A cease and desist.
So the perving continues indoors, and the belly dancer is ogled time and time again, despite it being couscous. And so the next thing is it gets into some even darker territory where she's like, well, for the next thing you need to be blindfolded. And it's like, oh, I like surprises. So they all agree to be blindfolded and lured into some new location, which happens to be at the back of a police van. And so luckily they're locked away, and it's revealed that Couscous has deceived them.
He doesn't seem too embarrassed by it either.
No.
He's like, damn you, you've got me again.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, couscous.
Yeah.
Like it's happened before almost.
Yeah, like that's the norm for him.
Yeah. Like,
oh,
yeah. Like,
here we go again.
The third time this week.
Yeah.
Slipped into my layer just as a female. And he's sent away, and Couscous continues his disappearing act and eludes the worm at the end.
Yeah.
And just could be anyone, anywhere, and just kind of makes you wary about, the Moroccan people.
He's not even Moroccan.
No,
that's what I don't get. He's not even North African.
No.
He's either French or he's Belgian.
Yeah, because he's definitely got a thick accent that is not North.
He is Poirot.
Yeah,
Poirot's Belgian, so I assume he's Belgian.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toon Jam.
Toon Jam.
Okay, so busy town. Sounds busy.
Yeah.
First thing I'll take from this episode is that they didn't really know how to write a detective story.
No.
He didn't really do much detecting.
He didn't.
He looked at him through a window.
He
Immediately found him. Like he already knew where he lived, so he'd
Yeah.
done that bit of detective work that we didn't see.
Yeah.
And then he's just a lot of disguises.
It's more like a costumed.
I couldn't like what I was getting at earlier is I don't know what the moral of it is.
No.
There's no. This is one of the first episodes, and I can't figure out.
What? No. I guess don't steal spaghetti.
Don't steal spaghetti.
Like, but I
Crime
mean,
doesn't pay.
Yeah, is that a thing? Is that like a big? This is like a grand percentage of the spaghetti stocks are stolen each year.
It was just very like, why spaghetti
I know.
in Morocco?
I mean, the guy is called Couscous.
Yeah.
but the biggest
spaghetti.
gangster eats
Yeah.
spaghetti.
The gangster is clearly of the region. But his name's Pepe.
Yeah.
Le Gangster. I mean, I know there's a certain amount of French influence in the area, maybe, but
and the rats are like dirty rats.
dirty
like,
rats. That was quite like that bit where
Yeah.
they were like, "Why don't you let us clean, boy?"
Yeah. It's like,
"Because you're dirty
yeah,
rats."
dirty rats. You wouldn't be dirty.
So that was a nice little gag.
Yeah.
That's humorous.
But they look like they're just having generally a good time when they're in the palace. Like, you don't feel like, oh, this is a hardened criminal that needs to be taken down. It's like, oh, he's just enjoyed some spag with the boys.
And I mean, really, like, of all the things you're going to steal, how expensive is spaghetti?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's fresh even, into like the sticks when he steals it.
I think so.
It's like dried pasta.
They have a big bowl of it. That's all right.
It's towering amount.
It's a lot of spaghetti.
He spills half of it down himself, but
He does.
It's free. He's not bothered.
That's true. Yeah.
But
Don't be wasteful, maybe. Is the
But I mean, I suppose that's part of the attraction of the busy town world is how light-hearted, and obviously it's for kids. You know, you don't have like flipping. He's got one of the rats at gunpoint, and he's like, "Come near me!
Yeah.
I'll blow his brains out!"
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No.
But like, there's a certain charm, I suppose.
Yeah.
In robbing spaghetti and.
Yeah. It would have been a different episode if it was like he was dealing drugs.
Yeah.
You know, there was lots of violence and
it wouldn't have been busy time.
No, it wouldn't have been busy. Yeah.
I think perhaps we shouldn't have been so lured in by the title.
Yeah, maybe.
And watched an actual busy town episode.
Instead of
Usually, I think in every episode, this is what it said on the webs. In every episode, there is a conflict, which is usually resolved by the end of the episode.
Ah, yes.
So it's like people getting on. I guess it's about busy town, and people getting on in a town, in a community.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of what it's about.
I did accidentally watch some of the first part, which was like the talking bread.
Yeah.
And in that one, it was like someone had thought their house was haunted, and they called the police, and then he came round, and it was just like there was a window open in the attic,
Yeah.
and then
That was it. I mean, maybe that's our fault of the way we were looking at it. Does it need a moral?
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it's just
fun light entertainment for kids.
Yeah,
That's all it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think because it's based on books, you assume. Because I had a computer game at school that was at school.
Yeah.
I assume it was teaching me something, but I don't remember anything it taught me other than to like the busy world of.
Yeah, maybe it is just a mild distraction, little bits of story. But I mean, there's some weird bits because you'd at least think that they'd paint a gangster as a bad guy, but I mean they don't really paint him.
But he's a bad guy, don't you? You're like, you're just told he's a bad guy,
I suppose,
and you go along with it.
it does it enough.
Yeah. And he does steal.
He does steal spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's his favourite pasta.
Yeah. And to be fair, when the belly dancer comes in,
that's he gets a bit too excitable.
He does
at that point. That is worrying.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, this maybe
now
is
I see.
a bad guy.
Maybe he's been about and.
Maybe spaghetti is not the only thing that's
been robbed.
Yeah, that's it. Ooh.
Extreme.
Yeah.
The extreme world of Richard Scarry.
That's not the sauciest thing that happened in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe.
Because, it very much has a kid's feel. Like, something about the look of it even. It's just like, oh, this is very light and it's very delicate.
I like the intro. It starts with the Paramount logo, and then that's part of the scenery.
Yeah,
and I like how the scenery, so busy town, seems really small while seeming big at the same time. Like the way it looks, and the same with like Morocco. It's like a pop-up book almost. Isn't it? Like it's like you could walk around it all in 10 minutes, but there's everything going on and bustling.
That's it,
and it's busy.
And it's all very connected.
Yeah.
Like the intro is quite cool because it's like. There's like little things that sort of make their way around.
You see all the characters, and like the baboon.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cats and dogs.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
and mice. And then there's the odd other animal: a worm, a baboon. I don't know if we saw it. Oh, I saw a
bear.
Saw a cricket, I think.
Yeah,
maybe a bear. So the odd other animal, but it's not very.
Diverse.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Cats and dogs are like the white people of the time, and you have the like token cricket or whatever. So it's just like that's its way of moving into the times.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
Yeah, although Morocco is just like brats as well. So
what's that saying?
Yeah.
Richard Scarry.
What a
reason he's got that name.
Yeah.
His attitude is scary. I don't know. Poor Richard Scarry. He's not got the best of the best end of the stick. Right. Well, I think we've covered as much as we're going to on that. Shall we hit our ratings?
Yes.
Okay, so if you've never joined us before and have just leapt on board for the busy world of Richard Scarry,
it's like, yes, finally
they're doing it. Then you won't know that we have an excellent 3-point rating system here at Toon Jam, in which we use to rate each episode we watch. The rating system is thumbs up, good. Thumbs down, bad. Shaky middle, it's okay. Or thumbs up, spaghetti. Yeah. Thumbs down,
belly dancer.
Shaky middle, Richard Scarry's attitude. So, J-Man, your thoughts on the busy world of Richard Scarry?
Well, Richard Scarry clearly has some very obtuse morals and his attitudes, but his show is it is very charming. It's very very
charming
light and delightful. and the characters are fun, and I think you fall into it very quickly. It's like, oh, this is like,
especially for like young viewers, which is directed at young
it is
viewers.
made for kids, and like you can see that.
Yeah, and then straight away, even as an adult, you're like, oh, know what's going on. Happy with that.
Yeah,
well, I mean, even as an adult, like it's hard to figure out as an adult, but like,
you're
on board.
Yeah, no, you're not bored. I think some of it is like, I don't know. Yeah, it's not. I think some of it's just not clear cut enough that you're not really sure what it is. But I think that's part of it. Its appeal to kids. But I think that means that also it's kind of a limited show in that way. In that, like, you can't. This isn't one where, like, as you grow up, you're like, oh, I miss that Richard Scarry and that worm walking around talking to me all the time. Yeah, like that's what I want. So it's very much of, like, it fits into its bracket and doesn't really reach any further than that. But it's still enjoyable. Like, it's still fun, and it's once you watch it, you go away like, whatever.
And that's it. And shows like that for younger viewers.
Yeah, that's all they kind of really need.
There's not many shows for that age. Like what would you say, like 5 to 10 or something?
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Yeah,
whatever.
They've
kind of young viewers. You don't have a lot of shows where you're like, I'm going to watch that when I'm older.
Yeah, it's true. Because they've kind of gone from those shows where it's just like nonsense of like like Teletubbies era, like where like all the cartoons are the equivalent, and that they've all just got weird names and it doesn't mean anything. It's just like toddler vision, and this is kind of in the middle of like the next step to there, and then after this it becomes like, it's
like these are actual stories.
Yeah,
with characters that have actual problems, even though they're silly spaghetti thieving problems.
So I think overall, it kind of lands somewhere at a shaky middle for me. Okay. Like, I think it'd be, I guess it's just that, I mean, I'm not a young kid, so I can't, it's not made for me at the end of the day.
And that's fine.
So that's it. But I understand that. I appreciate that. So for me, it does its job as a kids show. Yeah. But other than that, it doesn't really have any further applications. And of course, Richard Scarry's vision of the world, that's probably safer kept to the.
I mean, that probably says more about us than it does about him. Well, the fact that we've seen that world, but so shaky middle.
Shaky middle for me.
Okay, well, I like the layout. Mm-hmm. I like that we've got the worm introducing us with his little Apple helicopter. You rarely see that, but I remember thinking that Apple helicopter is
cool,
banging.
Yeah.
There's some nice characters in it, nice visuals. I like the art style. It's original, obviously, because it's based on the books and stuff. But it has as you said, charming feel. Mm-hmm. I think they did the right thing in doing short episodes. So there's 3 in an episode. If it was a 20-minute long episode, it would be a very different rating. But they're bite-sized enough for you to be like, oh yeah. It had moments that made me laugh. Yeah. The dirty rats. I'm not rolling out my seat, but it was like, that's pretty funny. But I imagine it's just perfect entertainment for the young people. Yeah. I don't really have any problems with it, anything other than what we've added to it, which is, like I say, more telling about our own problems, I think, than it is.
Just internalising lots of stuff that's not there at all.
That's not there at all. Yeah. Like I say, it would have been nice to see an episode in Busy Town. But you do, I mean, it's almost like just seeing the intro, you get enough from that. So, personally, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Because...
why not?
Yeah, it's charming.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
1 thumbs up, 1 shaky middle. Not too bad. Not too bad a rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, it's no Arthur.
It's no Arthur. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's probably no Arthur.
Yeah, until we watch the world's worst Arthur episode.
Yeah, and then we'll see. But yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
If if they said they were bringing it back, I wouldn't be like, why?
Yeah.
I'd just be like, oh yeah, kids are like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just like, oh, and if they go to Morocco again?
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they ever did go back. There must have been more than one episode with that guy. That had mileage.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, he was a character, wasn't he?
He was a character. So, I suppose on that note, thank you for listening. As always, would just like to send out a slight apology for our recent presence on social media. We have been super busy and therefore have shirked our responsibilities a little bit on that front, trying to post when I can, but we will come back to it ASAP. We're still on there, but if you've not had a reply or you've got in touch with us or whatever, don't worry, we're not gone.
Yeah,
we will get back to you. So yeah, other than that, you can, if you want to follow us on social media, I should probably say, at Toon Jam Pod on the the three dirty rats of the internet, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we also have a Patreon where we do extra episodes for your book. So on that note, until next time, stay busy, my friends.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.